grind. It's going to be a climb uphill. Either way, we're going to be taking our eyes right now onto Inferno. Hugo, I know you like the pistol rounds.
I love them, Trace. And I love utility. Vitality have got a lot of it. And that looks like a B-site setup with the amount of nades they have, but taking control towards second mid and Apps trying to show some presence elsewhere. Ence are going to be the one to bring aggression, and it might go punish. Mizuta waits around the corner, and he spams, he sprays, he prays, and he gets two. No reason to go towards a B-site now if your Vitality just double down and connect.
Yeah, we do see our observer there. A little bit of a struggle on his end, but nonetheless, we do see this one going the full distance. And it's going to be Vitality having all the answers. Look at that. X7, though, says, you know what? I want to play too, guys. 2 quick kills in succession. Masuta's going to be there to go ahead and mop that one up. Before it got too out of control, what can Sunny do? Oof. Gets caught by the P250 of Apex. So there you have it. That's going to be a first round in the bag for Vitality. The French side looking to make this one slow and smooth.
Yeah, so one of the things that I'm really excited about here for Vitality is that this was like a map that they quite liked, you know, like back with the old iteration of the roster. You think back to Blast earlier on in the year, this was a map that they elected to play a hell of a lot. Now, admittedly, the results were not fantastic, but they're still picking into it a lot. They were still trying to get this map cemented in the pool. And this is where I think, you know, if they're running Alex's old strats, which I think is one of the reasons why they felt comfortable on this map, it's a good map for someone like Zywoo. And then you've got the new blood with those old strats still working. You could have a nice little treat up your sleeve if you're Vitality here. Now this round, it looked like it was going to get exciting for a moment, but I am a professional. I knew that Vitality had this one on lockdown.
Yeah, man.
They keep 4 players alive, and that's a second round there for the Frenchies.
Harry, it's fine. I know you need to, you know, pretend you're a professional because you've not got any other career, anything else you do with your days.
Just slow it down. All I wanted to say was, you know, Harry, that's a self-proclaimed professional.
Yeah.
Now, if I think about, you know, synonyms, right? Harry Russell, professional, hand in hand.
Yeah, right there next to each other.
Yeah, he's got 2 hands. That's about it. That's, yeah, Ence could deal with a hand at this point. 0-2 down.
Well, they've been dealt a hand, it's just Vitality's the dealer. So,
House always wins.
There you go. 3 people, try us, and the same thing at the same time.
Yeah, it
Bookmark it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, remember the date, which is 18th of March, 2020.
I'm putting it all on green, boys. Wish me luck.
There's always that one guy. Anyway, Aerial posted up in the pit, and it's going to be the site of A that it looks like Vitality want to go ahead and try to get into. Can't seem to get their foot in the door just yet. They're just getting caught all out of position there. All the timings in the world going in the way of Ence. It's going to leave just Shocks. He does have a MAC-10, but these rifles are barreling down. As it stands, Ence looking to take their first round on Inferno.
Yeah, I feel like this one is in the bag, you know. There's no way Shocks can pull this one out of nowhere, and Alu will keep it flawless for Ence. 5 alive at the end of the round. Vitality, that was still a bonus. They had 3 SMGs. They don't really mind too much. They've got money flowing as they go back in for another buy. Although I say that, interesting decision. Not fully committing, not fully investing, saving some cash and getting more MAC-10s in play. Rather have a full buy in the follow-up round. I kind of respect this decision. A lot of teams would buy up here, knowing that they could try and reset the economy, but considering Ence kept 5 alive, there's not a whole lot of incentive to for Vitality. You may as well accept that Ence have got plenty of rifles as well, and save up for your own. They're even going to have that orb in round number 5, if they do so please, and I'm sure they do. The old Zywoo running up Banana. Trace, you've seen that live in action.
I have, actually. I've seen a couple iterations of that, but that's certainly one. I think of a Summit, just runs up Banana. Just does Zywoo thing, says, you know what, guys? Watch this. Hold my Mountain Dew and game fuel.
Oh, wow. They've gotten out through mid, and they do deal with one of these long players, but yes, Sergey was never spotted, boosted up here. He actually got himself there hopping around from the balcony. Masuta doubling up before he's dealt with. Sergey still a problem, still a presence inside of the bomb site. Has Alu coming in now to give him a helping hand. And for RPK, his journey gets cut short. Ence, they're going to tie this up nice and early now. 2-2. Already outdoing, or tying up rather, their half score at the end of Mirage.
And as many rounds as they got in the entire game versus Spirit on Inferno.
You guys are just bullies.
I'm just laying out the facts.
Yeah, I
guys.
can't help it that the numbers are this way.
Yeah. Maybe you should get more than 2 rounds, and I wouldn't say it. But Vitality, they're coming back in with guns. This is what the eco in the previous round was for, although it's still not perfect. RBK limited to a Galil. Not the end of the world. Let's see what these Kriegs can do. Nice grenades from Ence. Finding a lot of damage. RBK put down to his last breath. Ence still fighting for mid, although they have conceded the banana. Still plenty of utility left down towards this B site. Smoke nade on Alu, and Sunny's even got an incendiary left up as well. Shox lurking in the apartments with Masuta. This is the same setup we saw at the start of the map for the pistol round, the default here. Vitality just trying to gauge where Ence are stacked. It's standard setups though, 3-2 with a retaken banana coming in for Ence. They're throwing in that utility, the Molotov, the smoke going down, and we could see Alu get flashed in as well if he wants to try and force gunfights. But Vitality respect the grenades, they respect the smokes, and they fall back out of banana only to double down towards the A site.
Yeah, they had just about the entire cavalry ready to pounce there on the A site. One nade kind of threw him for a spanner, it seemed like. Now they're going to try to recover and figure out how they want to approach this round. Still plenty of time left on the clock for Vitality to sort of lasso it back, wrangle it back. And now with just Alu over on the B site. And it looks like it's going to work out for Vitality. The timing is given to Alu. They don't see him. He doesn't see them. Big nades coming through, though. Here comes the B hit. They're going to walk as far as they can. They're going to make a contact play out of this. 20 seconds left on the clock. They do make that contact. Alu is the only one hitting it, though.
It drops to 14 seconds. They need this bomb down, and the only thing down is all these Vitality players getting dropped in the entrance to Banana. Last man saving. Apex has had enough. He is out of here. I love the call, actually, from Vitality. I think that was a great play, and unfortunately for them, Alu just slaughters with the M4. But yeah, going for a contact push into B, especially when Alu, just rotates off. He was a solo B player. If they kill him on this fight, they get the site, they get a 4-on-4, and they might even be able to get the round off the back of it. But no, denied, delayed, and not happening. Ence, they find a third on the CT side. Nice start to the game for them, considering Vitality went 2-0 up. And another eco here from the Frenchman.
X7 opening this round up with the Krieg down through mid. Shox is on the receiving end of that Apex. Still with his scavenged rifle, could look to do something in this round. He's all the way down towards bottom mid. Gonna let these pistol players lead the way.
Good catch, though. Vitality, you're going to try to work towards this A site very low as it stands. It's going to be Apex with the Krieg, and X7 posted up in library. He's going to have that first point of contact. Well, no damage exchanged until now, as I was the first to fall in that affair. And it does look like X7 is completely aware of everything going on around him. Just Apex, 1 versus 4, Krieg in hands. 1 smoke, 1 minute left on the clock. Can't even edge his way out of library. It's going to be Aerial that ends the round out. A 4th one on the board for Ence. And they're holding on to what they've got, Harry.
Yeah, just about, right? Staying afloat right now over on the Ence side. And off to the kind of start that we saw them getting to at the end of Mirage. That's good that they've at least come in with that same confidence, that same momentum. They carried that over to Inferno, and that's kind of a necessity if they want to take us all the way to Dust 2. I'm loving the amount of Molotovs that are getting thrown in down here, both from top mid and top banana. If you look at this minimap and even seeing on X7's perspective, there is fire everywhere. You lock Vitality out of the banana, and Ence are just immediately grabbing this foothold. They're taking this position every single time. And this is where that top mid Molotov that's getting thrown in from Sunny, I think it is doing a hell of a lot to actually stop this banana presence out from Vitality. We'll hold that thought because Shox has been able to work his way into a very nice little position here over towards the short side. He's already passed the man down in pit. Aerial is holding for it. There's plenty of bodies here on the end side, but Shox will blindside the first man. Sergey, now all this pressure is on his shoulders, and it's a little too much pressure to bear. Shox and RPK, 2 versus 2 as they get the A-bomb site.
It doesn't matter where, it doesn't matter when. The utility from Ence continues to outstand me. They are doing a great bit of damage damage to Vitality right now, and it's showing. Low HP on Shoxy. Alu coming in from porch side as well. His teammate on long. Alu's actually going to wrap apartments. This will take a little bit more time, but in the meantime, there's a smoke on Moto, so it's not like they're going yet anyway. X7 is waiting for that to fade. They have a kit. Are they even going for this? He's cleared apps. He's now going back towards short. He's going to have to move soon, though. That bomb is half ticked by now. Molly won't do a damn thing. Only clears the position here for Ence as they try and find their first kill, but the crossfire is there, and Vitality hold their own in the post plant. 3 kills for Shoxy, and Vitality 3 rounds.
Yeah, and that post plant setup there from the side of Vitality was exactly what the doctor ordered. Exactly what they were looking to do once they got that bomb planted. So good stuff from them, good positioning. And all around, they do grab one for themselves. Vitality are going to put one up on the board, giving a third, 4-3. And they're going to take a timeout after that. Perhaps got just a little too stressful for them to enjoy. Let's see what our story says. Exclusively against Ence at big events, ZywOo averages a 1.30 rating and 1.5 KD across 11 maps. So that is the god ZywOo. Perhaps none of you subscribe to him. Perhaps you don't pray to him, but you should. You should look it up.
I mean, that's the thing, right? For this Vitality squad, this is like the lowest they've been in the rankings in almost a year. I think it was May last year where they were around this same kind of area. And you know, for ZywOo, I always look at it that he's only ever been a guy on the rise, like really, you know. He hasn't had to do any of these big comebacks that any of the other players have had to do. Like, even if you look at someone like Simple, right? Like, he's had times in his career where he hasn't been with the best teammates, he hasn't been in the best iteration of his squad, and he's had to really dig deep to get through that. We don't know if ZywOo has that same ability.
Has to drop off first, I think.
Yeah, that's true as well.
Yet to happen.
But, you know, I mean, the team is certainly at the weakest point it's been in a while. Now it comes with the caveat of Masuta being in, right? So you've got that to look at. Ooh, nades do damage. Push about to come through on the back of this, and Sunny stands tall inside of the bomb site. Nades removed, another man. And for Team Vitality, 3 players left standing. They want to get into V, but this site might be closed. Sunny still holding down the line. It's finally dealt with. But Apex is on 1 point of health, and he is in a 1 versus 3. That nade, even if it tickles him. Oh my god. Okay. How's he done this?
This is new system implemented. Half points of health taken. And their Apex, he does stay alive, but ultimately, the round will fall in the way of Ence.
Yeah, Mizuta, welcome to the Pro League, buddy. That round, he gets wallbanged by an AWP that he didn't see, and then he gets grenaded, and that's his round. That's all that happens for Mizuta. Doesn't get a chance, doesn't get a fight, and sometimes it be like that, Trace.
It does be like that. Sometimes.
It do.
It does, it do. Whatever, man.
It is. And 5-3 ends another round on the CT side. They bounce back after a rifle round success for Vitality. It's now pistols here for the T's. X7, he gets a lot of info off that jump spot, sees the bomb, sees potentially up to 3 players there in second mid. So I wonder how Vitality will do, knowing that whatever they were going for is known for the time being. Ents have to keep their eyes on the apartments, and X7 is doing exactly that. Banana, again, combated by Ents, deep grenades, but they're not too keen in hanging around against pistols. They will just give Vitality a bit of room, but not wanting to commit towards B. They spot the top, they walk back, and it seems like we're going to be seeing a set piece towards that A site.
Sergey gonna get smoked off over on the long side, so this AWP isn't gonna have a chance to ring out just yet. That Molotov will deny the push.
They still have so many grenades. They could bail and go B if they wanted. That's always an option here for the French. If anything goes wrong.
I think the mismatch in firepower is going to be what catches up with them right here. We're going to find out. They're all pretty stacked up here, ready to go on A site. 2 smokes coming over. Well, Air's going to preemptively throw that smoke there just to stop any Molotovs. X7 playing on top of the balcony. Only able to get himself 1. Air later clean it up, though. And, well, for all things considered, this isn't the best of executes, the best of takes the A site, but they were able to get some frags in the meantime. Sergey picking up the AWP. And we're probably going to see him pass that along. Guns coming back out for Vitality, though.
Yeah, I think Vitality are having a very, very hard time with just how proactive Ence are being at seizing this map control and kind of controlling where these early fights are going down. Vitality, I want to see something a bit slower, but a bit more proactive in. Oh, hang on a minute, this is a real change from Ence. Whatever Vitality had as their solution, whatever they thought was going to be the answer to this problem, now it's likely not in this round here, thankfully. Oh, I was going to say Masuta is nearby to keep it even, but no, this double hold up towards the top of mid has stood the test of time. The B-bomb site looks great as well. Ence on Inferno, not to be trifled with, as Vitality are learning right about now. Shox is left alone in this 1v4. And so this is something that Ence have been so good at doing, that they've been really ahead of the curve when it comes to throwing these adjustments in and these little changes right when Vitality have finally got the money to buy. So they'll spend like these whole ecos, these whole like partial buys, you know, they'll be talking about it. They'll be addressing what they should be doing in these coming rounds. Oh, no. And they're the ones where Ence just changed the pace. That round there, rushing down through mid. Vitality, they've got to wait another round, really, till they can even decide how they want to combat this.
And another pause before that point. Sergey, he was holding long, just a little bit too wide, and Shox checks the close corner, but doesn't clear it hugely. This was awkward as well. Alu, he gets that kill on Zywoo as Mizuta came out from under, but his view model, the right-hand view model, blocks Mizuta coming out, so he can't see him and gets killed as a result. It really doesn't matter ultimately because Ence still closed the round. But yeah, Harry, you talk about those adjustments and big adjustments. We saw X7 and Sergey go towards that B site to allow for that mid push, completely scrapping the Ence CT standard default. It's usually X7 in apartments with Sergey short side as well, and you know, Alu just holding for the mid cross as they sent someone deep down. Ence, some variety, some structure on the CT side is what you like to see. Vitality, a bit of a tactical pause, and back in with another eco. Do they have any solutions, or will we have to wait till the next rifle round?
Yeah, the trading's looking good here for Ence. This is a proper way to play. Banana control, still certainly at the top of their agenda, dropping 2 nades, backing off.
Ooh. Sergey taking the AWP over Alu. We see this occasionally on Inferno, but still surprised to see it. Whoa. Not anymore.
The fade away from Sergey. He finds Apex. X7 there playing from the cubby, is able to take down Masuta. And well, this should be a pretty quick round. I say that, and Shock's able to find a 1D on X7. And that's going to be the first casualty from the side of Ence, and now the Traverse comes in. Team Vitality are going to head down there towards Banana. They're trying to do it at a Fury's pace up to the point that they start walking. Now, in the site, entrenched is Sunny. He's playing from the Coffins area. It looks like they want to try to all peek him at the same time. Now they're running into the Krieg, and it's just Shox there that's able to sort of stop that from being everything that it could have been. He's probably going to get a plan out of this. If I had to guess, yes, he will. Now, let's see what Shox can do. He's going to pop a flash over. Has picked up a Krieg. He's going to hold on for dear life. They do sort of line up for him, but well, it wasn't the stars that lined up for him in this case.
Very close, though. He could have easily tapped that first player down, just shuffling a little bit to the right. And Ence, 8 rounds. This is a stellar hold right now. Stellar CT side. They're really putting up the numbers. Vitality do not seem in control. Of course, you know, we've had a lot of eco rounds. Vitality were keen to give Ence the respect they deserve at the start of the half by taking, you know, an eco in number 4 after only losing 1 round. And I feel like that's given Ence the momentum to move forward.
It's a bit of a shame for Shox there, because Sunny has 3 nades when he kills him, a flash, a smoke, and a Molotov. And I feel like any of the other 2 would have been more helpful there, retrieving off of his dead body. Unfortunately, he ends up with the flashbang, which doesn't leave him with many options, right, to actually create those gunfights.
The last grenade that you select before you die is the one that gets dropped when you do die. That's a little fun fact for anyone wondering how that works. It's not completely random.
The more you know. Speaking of which, Apex had no idea Aerial was pushed all the way up in apartments, and that's going to prove to be disastrous.
Well, we speak about the changes to the default, right? And how they wait and how they poise that for these buy rounds because they know how important managing this economy is over on the Ence side. Well, they've done it again. And this round, they push the apartments. Team Vitality go, okay, well, this is the first time they've done that. And you know, you've got Apex coming in as a man who's had to step up to this IGL role. Well, if there's someone that you could try and take advantage of, it is someone in this situation, you know. So that's exactly what Ence are doing a stellar job of doing here here and now. They sit 2 players up in this round, and they've read Vitality like a book. Like, this is disgusting. They started to rotate a couple of players around. I think they ultimately realized that maybe they don't need to. ZywOo throwing up in this boost.
I love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. Let's see if he can get something, though. It's going to be on Ence that has to sort of gift it to him at this point. They're set up pretty well. What would be a crossfire. So they're going to go ahead and counter smoke now that smoke is starting to fade. It'll give them a little bit of an opportunity to head into this B site. Sunny playing first orange. He's going to get spotted out by RPK. RPK goes on the aggression. And well, it's Sunny that comes out on top with the rifle.
Nice molly as well. Forces RPK into a fight. With 2 Molotovs down, there's nowhere he can go but into B or through the CT smoke. And you know you're not going to do that.
And
so
there's nowhere to go with this timer either. They're just under 10 seconds. You're going to want to back off. You're going to want to save. Shock's going to find himself one here, guaranteed almost. Unless somehow, some way, yeah, you missed those first 2, or excuse me, those first 2. And you start thinking that, yeah, that could turn sideways real quick.
Sweat on the forehead.
Quiver of the brow. Monka S.
Quaking in the boots, Trace.
Yes.
Yeah, rough game for RPK as well. 2 and 11. Not the start that Vitality would have hoped for, considering this is their map pick. And again, we need something here. They can't go get 12-3'd and then switch into the CT side, because a pistol can spell their fate. They need a bit of a buffer.
Yeah, and as it stands, this battle for Banana has gone to Ence. They have just been putting the right utility down there, at least enough to keep Vitality from pressuring Banana, which has certainly done enough. Now, we've seen Vitality decide to go back to Banana in late rounds, but it's just not the answer. This isn't necessarily working for him.
Yeah, the way that you really want to be defaulting right on this T side of Inferno is you try and contest this top area of Banana, and then you work for your, or whatever order you do it in, and then you try and get this top mid area that Sergey's just fallen off as well. And Vitality, in a lot of these buy rounds, they haven't been able to get these 2 pieces. You can see now, even as they take top mid, while they try and then get the top Banana side, they try and get the 2 for 2, the 100%, they try and establish this default, but they've been shut out already. They lose a man over towards top Banana. Ence time this re-aggression perfectly in shutting down what is, you know, like just the standard meta on a map like Inferno. They've stopped it in its tracks. So Vitality now, only with this top mid control, the only little foothold they've been able to get in the entire map, they kind of have to go towards A. You don't have any other options at this point in time. They leave Banana. There's still a world in which maybe they could rotate back, but that's a huge risk. They don't know where anyone is from this B bomb site anymore, so they kind of have to commit. And this is going to leave them running into this A site at the 25-second mark. Rotations are coming in. X7 holding down the line. Sergey helps him out, and it's only Apex left. He does get the first man down, but he's still got 3 more to find and a bomb to get planted.
Oh, they're going to rush him. Yeah, why not? Chase him down as he gets the plant. Sergey's dead, as the pistol is not enough to save the day, to seal the round for Ence. Apex now given an opportunity. Will he take it?
And look at that. They've given him just enough room to wiggle with right here. He does head towards the graveyard area. Apex posted up. They don't have his location. Now they do. Alu falls. Apex looks to secure this round for Vitality. Just going to be stunning, standing in between him and the bomb. And there you have it. Sunny does actually put it all together at the end of the day. And we're going to see another one here for the Finns.
Yeah, this is rough now for Vitality as well, right? This is such a turnaround from Mirage, man. Back on that map, you know, at the end of it, 16-10 to Vitality. It was a, what, 13-0 or 14, well, 13-2 half at the end of things. And when it came to opening kills in that previous map, they were 13-13, actually equal on opening kills. That just shows how many rounds of Vitality were down a man and still managed to claw back, where they can't even close these advantages, rather. Not that Ence are giving them many. Triple B set up again to allow for lots of utility to be thrown down Banana, only to send X7 back towards that A site. No apartments presence here from either side. And Alu, he's going to have to hold the line with the AWP, but the flash is good, and he hangs around for too long. That's going to give a chance here for Vitality, and they're just going to double down, hit this B site with a furious pace.
Yeah, this time Sunny's only good for one. The flash is in for X7, and he falls immediately. Now, Ence have done a lot of damage here to Team Vitality, but they've only got 2 players left standing on the other side of things. There's money for Ence regardless. They're going to go for this. They're going to give it a look in at the very, very least, but they've got to be pretty fast. ZywOo holding close here. AWP on the other side, considering ZywOo's 15 points of health. The AWP feels a little bit overkill here. Smoke down for CT, and Aerial is trapped on the other side of it. This time has already ticked too low. Ence are just going for the economic damage. They're trying to keep these players inside of the bomb site. And as we can hear, the footsteps running away. Vitality are not staying in the bomb site. They'll just about get out of the round, but with only one player surviving. So Ence, they make their goal there at the end of that round, economic damage. My word, do they do it. Not really going to be enough to have any resounding complications, though, for Vitality into the last round of this first half.
Yeah, I mean, Ence have been saving Kriegs over Orbs in these rounds, so, you know, clearly not really a worry when it comes to money, and yeah, enough for the final one of the half. So let's see if they can put the nail in the coffin here for Vitality, or if this will be a salvageable half after all. That's what the T's are hoping for. Back up towards middle. We've got this again, a double or triple apartment setup here for Ence. And Vitality, every time they've gone here, they've been reamed out. Let's hope that's not the case as well. Sergey's pushing with the AWP. They're holding, they're waiting, and Aerial's dropped one that draws their attention away. Sergey getting a kill and a tag onto ZywOo. He will trade that kill back, dropping the bomb in apartments, but it's a 3-on-3. It's not the end of the world for Vitality. It's also not what they hoped for, but hey, you got to get done with what you got. And Aerial, he's going to have to hold the A site alone.
Certainly going to have to do that. It's drawn us down to a 2v2. Apex going to go ahead and even the slate. RPK to a side against Alu and Sunny. Now we're looking at a bomb plant here. Still plenty of time to do just that with Vitality. Apex set up towards the graveyard, and it's going to leave RPK in the site. Post bomb plant. Retake for Sunny and Alu. Last round of the half. So no saving on this one. They're going to go for it. What is the play?
Ooh, site smoke as well. That's going to cut off a player watching short side. That means he can get really, really close and even go through the smoke as well. It's forced a position change from RPK, who is exposed to long, and he gets away with a kill, but his teammate dead in the meantime. Sunny running out of options, running out of the clock, and he needs to get the kill now. RPK is just tucking in the corner. There's no opportunity. There's no time, and Sunny's got to shoot him down. He does. I don't know if there's time for this defuse. I think it's a 5th round for Vitality.
Yeah, there's no way that defuse is going to be. Vitality do put a 5th on the board to Ence's 10th here on Inferno.
And how they were going about stopping Vitality from building anything in that first half. As a result, I kind of can't wait to see what little gimmicks, what little ideas they have in place here for this T side. Team Vitality, they are a long way away from picking up this second map and this series, and they know it. It's got to start fast, and a great place for it all to begin would be this pistol round here at Banana. Ooh, ZywOo's hidden, flash back in, but this time, Ence, they'll hide in their little hidey holes, backing away. Into isolation they go, as Vitality give up this banana area and now fall back into the B bomb site.
Vitality have fantastic pistol stats and always have with this roster. And I mean, when you got names like Shox, RPK, ZywOo, unsurprising with those USPs, with those Deegs even at times. Sunny, grenades into the CT spawn, but unfortunately for him, it was a wrap around back to the ruins. Shox is on the coffins, and he's looking to pack up some bodies into boxes himself. ZywOo getting the first as they enter into the B site. He's done a lot of damage. Shox is just buying time for those rotates, and boy, are they coming. 2 men in the CT spawn, looking to commit. One of them isn't so convinced. Apex taking his sweet time, but it might not matter because Aerial is pinned in at the back of the site. He gets one, doubles it, but surely not around here for Ence. Vitality start things off on the right foot.
Yeah, certainly really well played there from Shox and ZywOo throughout the B site. That was good stuff for them to just hold on to the situation at hand, which was a 4-on-2. Gave them plenty of time for their teammates to rotate over. Yes, Harry?
You keep...
it's the way you look at me sometimes. You're like, you know what, this guy...
He's just listening. He really cares what you have to say, Trey. He really loves what you have to say.
I remember reading that eye contact is important. And so I really make an effort to look into eyes.
Yeah.
But I feel like that gets me in more trouble than it's worth.
It can. It certainly can. That'll also get you into trouble.
Word.
Big grenades there coming out from the side of Vitality. They're going to land right onto Sergey. Great catch, though. I'll give him that.
Kaplunk. No one's watching this as well. They don't know if Vitality have pushed down. So that's info that's lacking here for Ence. They're going to give it a go and find out the hard way. Apex is here to stay. Might even get flashed further or just force fights. You know you're going to blocks. Nothing to lose, everything to gain. And Sunny will gain 1 kill, but that's it in this round. Another one for Vitality with the SMGs. Now, considering you're down, the danger is here playing the bonus, because you know Ence, if they win this round, even though you can come right back in with rifles, you know, Ence, they only need 6 more till they close the map and they bring us to Dust 2. So Vitality have got to be very careful with this bonus round. They don't want to give it away to Ence, and they would love some free AK-47s, maybe even Kriegs, but Ence avoiding them for the time being. Smart decision when you're up against these SMGs.
Yeah, I think a lot of this now comes down to exactly how Ence approach this round. I imagine if you're Vitality, you're looking at approaching this similar to how you would like a pistol force buy, in that you're going to try and delay this down as much as you can with your utility and use these SMGs in the crunch time and like the final 30 seconds of this round. So a lot of that now comes down to if Ence let them get this versatility out of the smokes, really, for this Vitality squad at least.
Tours.
Ooh, dear. Fights up middle. It's messy. Ence get the better of it, though. And now with only 1 man inside of the A site, he has got to do it all. A man used to doing it all, though. Zywoo, they're spamming him. They're ready for it. And Aerial's just going to take him down. Apex doubles with the MP9. But is it enough for Mizuta, new boy on the block, to show his value in the 1-on-2?
Does have a Molotov, does have a smoke, does not have a kit. Well, this bomb's going to be getting plenty. He's going to hear it, too. He's going to go through the smoke. No. Big plays around here, really gunning for it. The only guns that are going to be ringing out is going to be Alu's AK, who does cement an 11th round on the board here for Ence.
There was a chance, Trace. He had both players looking away. He had the info, but unfortunately, he didn't have the shots. And Alu saves it for Ence. But again, this is what we talked about, right? The bonus round. Unfortunately, they spent a lot on those grenades, and now they don't really have, you know, the 5M4 buy with full utility. It's going to be a little bit scrappy here for Vitality. And considering, you know, you should be buying up here, that's where things can get very dangerous. Ence could skyrocket themselves to Dust 2 if they keep things up. This is the perfect round to do it. Sergey expecting some control here from Vitality. We'll just smoke the corner. Boost up for Shox on the porch as well. Not seen that yet this game. Triple porch setup. Boy, oh boy, are Ence in for a world of hurt if they try and get out through middle.
Yeah. This is going to be interesting. I would love to see how this plays out. They're going to give it to him, too. They're going to try to feed right into this funnel. It's going to prove to be very fatal. RPK there with his FAMAS going to do just enough to leave only Alu standing at the end of the round. 3v1.
Oh, he does deal with Zywoo down in pit, though. He's got it into this 1v2. Apex is going to go through that smoke. And Alu tries to get off of the bomb, but he's got away again. And now there's Apex to get that one. An 8th round for Team Vitality. And just 3 between them and Ence. You could see there was a moment there for the Finns where they go into that porch setup and they see how many bodies are here on short. And the rest of the team actually physically turn their player models around as though they were going to run B. And then they realize, oh, the bomb went in second.
Yeah.
And there's that horrible moment where now they know that the only thing they can do is try and run the gauntlet, try and go against that. And all things considered, I think Alu does a good job of making that a doable round. Now this is a change of pace, though.
Yeah, we saw this coming out of Ence last half. We're going to see, it looks like Vitality do the same thing. Quite an aggressive thing there for Shox to do.
Yeah,
he gets an overextension almost.
He gets stuck on that little ledge. It's so annoying. He didn't want to peek forward because of the Molotov, so he tries to peek a little bit, you know, further back against the wall and just hits the side. He's already been spotted through the molly, and Ence are ready for him. Here's one of those 4-on-5s that Vitality was so good at winning back on Mirage. Now, this is a very different situation, but let's see if they can replicate that triple A setup despite the disadvantages. Ence are going to run the gauntlet up towards A. Bit of team damage. Luckily, Mizuta saves Zywoo's life. That's actually Apex getting the kill, rather. RPK, he just played them in the smoke, walking through it. They traded, though. Wow. The bomb's been dropped temporarily. Apex holding on to the A site with his life, the only man here, and the one who has to stand tall as Ence try and trade their way to a plant. They won't even need to trade. It's a 2-on-1. Again, we've been here before. Will the result be better this time?
Yeah, it's Masuta once more in the hot seat now, wrapping around through short, and Alu was the man who had his number last time. He is here down in the pit again. Masuta, this is almost the exact same round, but this time he's coming at it from a different approach. Smokes down, and Alu is on the line once again, has his number, locks it in. A 12th round for Ence. Team Vitality, no money now. This is where Ence could start to run away with this. And, I mean, considering coming into this, this was like a last-ditch kind of force buy from Ence, all things considered. They really didn't have very much. There's the aggression down through mid from Vitality. It's certainly a sour way to give up a 12th round to your opposition.
Yeah, with Apex having a really good game, unfortunately, we talk about timing all the time. And at least with him jumping up in the graveyard right there, his crosshair wasn't necessarily settled. His recoil wasn't necessarily reset. So that's going to prove to be that fatal blow. And now that obviously turns into a different round altogether. He stays alive. We have a different round on our hands now. 12-8. Ence sitting pretty. And we're going to see some SMGs come out for the side of Vitality.
Opening duels-wise, Shox 0-4, RPK 0-3, Aerial 4-0. So, you know, this wasn't really a problem back on the previous map when Vitality were losing advantages, but here it clearly is, and they have two players who are negative in those first fights, which really isn't what you want. It's shown by the score, 12-8, force on the cards for Vitality, all to play for, nothing to play with. And they are gambling. We've seen triple porch, how about triple library? 3 on the long side here for Vitality. Giving up apps, giving up short side, that can easily be abused by just a lurk player. We've even got a 4th man in tandem coming in on this rotate.
See, the rest of Vitality, they've all gone over to the library, but Apex says, I was elected to lead, not to read. And so now he is over towards B. He's holding it down with the MP9. And the rest of Vitality might just come rotating in to join him, but the bomb, sadly, is about to go in towards this A site, maybe.
No.
They're waiting over in top middle. Ence have got this default, by the way, like this is standard. This is what they were looking for on the side of Vitality and what they were denied all game long. Ence have got it. And so the advantage is you see all these bodies at B, you see all these people, and Ence just go, all right, well, B, A's empty then.
Yeah, and the timer, too. If they would have just stayed at A, forced that fight, that would have turned into a real pickle there for the side of Ence. But they do get the bomb down, and that's going to be the save call coming in for Vitality, just holding on to 1 AK and MAC-10 from the looks of it, at least.
Yeah, I don't want to say this is done by any means, but Vitality got to be on their last legs in this map. This is very close to being closed. Ence, they should be getting up to 14-8 before Vitality have their next rifle round. And at that point, even the rifle round is going to be somewhat weak. We're going to have losses. I don't know if we're even going to get an AWP on the CT side. And that really speaks volumes as to how Ence have been managing the economy game far better than that of Vitality. Even when Vitality have taken these safe buys and these ecos, just not winning the crucial rounds that you need to win if you want to have a chance to fight back. And right now, every round is a round they need to win if they want to have a chance to fight back, because it's an AK, a MAC-10, and 3 pistols here in round number 22. Ence know what they're up against, more MAC-10s for them, looking to get rid of these armorless players with ease.
Well, let's see where they put this AK and RPK. He's got it as it stands. Looks like he's really contemplating his own life. It all does kind of make sense. They're going to go for this porch side setup again, it looks like.
Apex gets shot through car. That's not fun.
No one enjoys that.
No.
But it does happen to the best of them. Apex certainly a driving force over here for Vitality in this half.
Ence have been so slow at taking Banana, and that's not what Vitality have wanted. They have just been painstakingly patient with waiting for this. We haven't seen many heavy B plays. Even that previous round with 2 as a fake that fully drew 5 players from Vitality to the wrong site. You can see Sergey gets that kill. He just waits, sits back on logs. He knows Vitality don't have the grenades to force him out of this position, and they just have to wait. It does, of course, allow Vitality to gamble and put heavy rotations towards A, and that's what they've done in these last couple of rounds. But unfortunately, the second Masuta gets killed, that's when B is open. So he gets spotted, tagged, and has to retreat towards the safety of B as Ence try their luck out mid.
Look at this. They're going to boost shocks up right here. It's still a smoke. But certainly this is going to end badly. Ready, go. All right, so 2 MAC-10 kills there for Ence. They're just going to be able to do whatever they want at this point.
All on RPK.
Oof, does get dinked down to 16 HP, and he's going to try to hold on as long as possible. It's not going to be much longer than that initial contact from his side. So Mizuta left again by his lonesome. Nowhere to go. Nothing
Life
to
of
do.
a B player right there.
Ain't it, though?
Rotating into 4-man setups on that A site. 14-8 here. Vitality, last legs. Will they be put down, or will we let them roam free? Finally an AWP as well. Zywoo, 14 and 17. Not spectacular, but again, as said, he's not had his primary weapon in this entire half. Is it too late for it, though?
Never say never.
Never. Don't tell me what to do, Trace.
Okay, fine.
Wow, look at this. Zywoo's come over towards B with the AWP. I imagine with 3 players here, they were going to look to get Zywoo set up. He runs towards backside, throws in like a bit of utility, and then he runs away. And it looked like a changed decision in how Vitality were going to approach that. It went from being an attempt at banana control to then something else. And we didn't get to see what the something else even was. Ence were just ahead of the curve, ran into the bomb site.
Oh, no.
Zywoo, Sergey's gotten underneath them. Luckily enough, they don't see each other. Also, by the way, look at X7 just chilling out on the mini-map. All the way over towards Alt Mid.
That rotation's coming, man. You just wait
That's
there.
the thing,
it's
though.
on the
This
way.
is still huge because he hasn't seen anyone, and he's like wiggling around. He's kind of doubting himself. Like, is there a timing they could have caught to get by me? But he doesn't think so. He's been holding this all game long. And so for Ence, they know that 3 players, or very likely 3 players, are grouped up over in CT. Vitality, they make the decision to save, and well, now with that kill, honestly, there's only 2 players inside of the site, but there's no way they could know that. X7, if he captures these saving players, that would be huge.
Wow.
But thankfully, he has fluffed it a bit. And so Ence 15-8. Vitality stay alive with 3, and they're at least going to have these weapons looking to the future. They can drop some guns over on Shox and Zywoo, and that's going to allow everyone to have rifles here for Vitality, but that will come at the cost of utility for this squad.
That's a fast shot.
Oh, yeah. He was even holding for the jump as well, knowing that Sergey was going to, try and offset the crosshair by jumping over the shot. Nope, Zywoo's ready for it.
Doesn't matter, though. Match point. Excuse me. Map point is what that should say, rather. 15-8. It's going to be Ence leading the charge here. A little bit of utility for the side of Vitality. Perhaps they could reel it back in here. That's just not the case thus far. Zywoo tries to get out to the car with AWP, and they're not going to let him have it at all. In fact, they're going to try to nade him out, just totally eradicate him in this round. Hold that tight angle. As it stands, there's still an opportunity here for Ence to run back. Plenty of time in the round for it. And yes, there are chickens on this map. Just in case anyone forgot. There are chickens.
It's a barbecue. Burning them alive. We've seen them kill pros in the past by blocking doors, obscuring vision.
Even pulling shots out of some oppers who see the chicken run across.
Those feathers, man, they can freak you out sometime.
Have a mind of their own, actually.
Do or die, friends. I mean, for Vitality, rather. Ence, it's probably just do as they set up towards A. 1 man in the banana again. Sergey being painstakingly slow, waiting for these aggressive rotations. There will be none. He will join his team setting up towards A. We've got this deep long smoke as well. Apex has had to give them the room as he sets up towards CT. Choosing to let them cross, but what is that? He pulls out his knife. Misread from Apex. He's going to fall apart. That was his 8th, he's 1 and 8 now in opening duels. That is what I meant to say. And boy, you can tell, because Ence are running wild over this round. It seems like we're going to Dust 2.
Yeah, it really does. Zywoo and Masuta coming on in. These two getting left together an awful lot as they try now to close out this 2-on-5. Are they going to assemble some sort of brotherhood friendship? No, it doesn't look like it. Zywoo's the last man standing, and not for much longer. Ence are going to take this second map, 16-8. They do damage to Team Vitality, considering there was a map earlier on, which